going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with more Supernatural as we hit the halfway mark of season 10. It's definitely felt faster going through season 10, I feel like, than the previous seasons. I don't know why. Same amount of episodes and all of that, so it's not like this is like a 10-episode season or anything like that, but it just feels like I've just had a blast with this season, and it's just been absolutely incredible, especially with what we've gone through with Demon and, Dean's battle with the Mark, especially with how concerning it was with especially Metatron and this whole idea that Metatron might be the key to helping Dean find his way on removing the Mark. But also there is Rowena as well in terms of her manipulating Crowley. It was really, really great that last episode, but this season itself has just been pretty solid. So yeah, why don't we get into this episode of Supernatural? It's episode 11 of season 10. Let's go.
Please, I don't know anything else.
I know. I'm gonna torture you anyway.
Oh no.
Because who doesn't love a little torture?
Ah! Oh, wait, what's going on, Charlie? What's that? Hi, I'm excited, but also I'm nervous. What's going on? What's going on?
As soon as we get rid of this demonic tramp stamp, I am back on the booze, burgers, and more booze. Tell me you got something.
Oh. He just wants his burger. He does want the booze as well, but you can't go wrong with burgers. And just put that to the side, it's just like asinine.
Who's checking for anything weird, right? I found this story about a torture Vic. Apparently some kid videotaped this at his next door neighbor's house.
Charlie tortured someone?
Yeah, that's not Charlie!
Yay high, wouldn't hurt a hobbit, practically sparkles.
Unless this is a demon posing as her or some shit. I don't know.
Killing the driver and the passenger was declared brain dead on the scene.
The Middletons. They had a daughter, 12 years old. They were on their way to pick her up.
Yeah, that's right. How'd you know that?
Well, we do our homework at the FBI.
Okay, well, then you know the case never went to trial. Before. But there's no name to give up, so I don't know what else to... Hey! What are you doing? Huh?
Dean!
Son of a bitch!
Hey, look, I'm the victim here.
Talk!
Okay.
I mean, this is Charlie at stake as well, so it's like...
Right.
Obviously really concerning for these two.
The money kept on coming in from overseas accounts.
Give me a name!
I will beat this bar!
Just...
That'll be the least of your worries, I promise you that.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You can see Sam like...
Can you blame her?
Oi.
You know, we just gotta find her. Before she does something nobody can walk away from.
Yeah, but, I mean, even for Charlie, this is a bit extreme. Like, even if she... That's it. Like, we've gotten to know Charlie for quite some time. And we love her. But I would even say, like, even obviously with the events of her past and whatnot, even so... It feels off, doesn't it? Hey! Alright, Charlie, let's put the dagger away.
Rocket and Groot would track me down.
Ah!
Who?
You know what's so funny, though? I could see who is who. And it's not just because Sam is tall, but Dean would be Rocket. Abso-freaking-lutely.
We don't want to hurt you, kiddo, but we're not gonna let you do this.
Look, never recommend going to Oz again, because it really messes people up. Yeah, ask Alpha... Oh my god! Oh, hell no! Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Wait.
What's up, bitches?
I am confuddled. Whatever happened to Oz must have brought out, like, I don't know, a darker version of Charlie. Because I don't know if they would have the shifters that, the Supernatural universe has in Oz or anything like that. So, and we can eliminate shifters. But that's my hunch. Whatever happened at Oz, yeah, I mean, it brought out a darker version of Charlie into the fold, and now we got, like, 2 Charlies. So, one her light side, one her dark side.
Well, it was awesome until not so much. We were gonna lose, so I made a deal with the wizard.
No, he's a dickhead.
Wears a hood and a creepy mask, kind of a jerk. Good times.
Yeah. Kind of a
He
jerk.
said for
He is a
us to win, I
jerk.
had to unleash my true darkness, which he meant literally.
Yeah.
He used the inner key of Oz
To
It opens
duplicate.
the door to your soul. A place like this, I'd be pounding Harvey Wallbangers and checking out the bartender's ass. Now, all I want to do is sip club soda and sing
Oh,
about
so
college.
she's pure good and
Okay.
pure bad.
Good, Charlie.
the one doing this.
Charlie, it's not who you are, okay? It's a twisted version of...
Me.
Ooh,
I've been following her so I can catch her before she does something stupid.
Parallels,
and
anyone? Dean, a
lock her
demon?
away forever.
Charlie, I don't think you should be anywhere around this. He's a crap salesman.
And I don't think that finding Dark Charlie and locking her up is gonna work. I mean, she may be dark, but she's still a part of you.
You know what it actually reminds me of? Like, especially if this isn't, because whilst, both versions of Charlie's I guess valid and all of that, they still, are Charlie. This one isn't necessarily doing what Charlie would, like this version of Charlie isn't necessarily doing what Charlie would do in, previous encounters. Neither is Dark Charlie, because they are both all the way skewed to a certain alignment. With this one, all the way purely good. With Darker Charlie, all the way purely bad. But it's kind of reminded me of a Jackie Chan Adventures episode. With the Tiger Talisman. And how that split Jackie into 2 beings. One being purely good, who wouldn't even attack anyone, and all of that. And one who was just a complete jerk. It's giving me that kind of vibe. And you have a little device, aka the key, in this scenario, but in the Jackie Chan Adventures, you have a device that allows the split to happen. So it's kind of giving that vibe for me, I'm not gonna lie.
Crap.
Now, you gotta protect them both. I mean, if Dark Charlie gets hurt...
Yeah.
So do I. So
If she dies, Dark Charlie dies, and vice versa.
Got it.
If she breaks an arm, guess what?
And then after Baum rescued Clive, Clive came back and retired.
you can retire from the Men of Letters?
Apparently.
Well, apparently they put him in some sort of like a witness relocation program.
Oh, sheesh.
Where did he end up?
Let's find out.
I didn't know you could retire from the Men of
Mr.
Letters.
Presley?
Actually, I'm, really into this article on mammograms.
Ah!
Riveting. Stuff somebody else wants to do.
Judging from your cheap shoes and your faded jeans, I'm guessing the only house you're in the market for comes with wheels. Now look, I'm a busy man.
Wow, what a
My time is extremely
prick!
valuable. I prefer not to have it wasted by some hayseed.
I mean, his home is the Impala,
I'm willing to
but
buy.
maybe it's a
willing to
comfortable choice of
Why don't
clothes.
you show me what you... Station wagon, the man and a woman, on their way to pick up their little daughter from a slumber party. Now ring a bell?
Probably not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no, you wouldn't, because you were too drunk to remember anything
Yeah.
that night.
I think you have.
I want him to see my face.
Panic.
I want him to see what he did to me. To us.
Ooh.
That's all.
And you could see it
Please
there.
do.
There is a lot of that pain and all of that
I
for
deserve
this.
that.
Because it's going to affect both Charlies' this pain.
Called me that in a long, long time.
I am so sorry.
I don't think that's going to bring her parents back, is
What I
it?
did.
Dean, we really shouldn't have been stood like 6 feet back.
Charlie! Charlie! Do this, Charlie!
this was always gonna happen. Shit. And the cameras are gonna pick up Charlie's face, that's the problem.
It's always something with you boys.
I made mistakes, but I'll pay for mine, and you'll pay for yours.
Come on, Dean. I'm not the monster here. He was. He
That's
got
it,
what
she
he
feels
deserved.
like she
You know
can
it,
justify what she's done.
An Oz? That's
Unless...
just a fairy tale. It's best left on the bookshelves where it belongs.
right? So, you've never seen this before.
There we go.
Fix the key to Oz, find the wizard, and put you back to where you belong.
Back into Charlie. Is that where I belong?
I mean, you are a part of Charlie. You're fragmented
Well-
from her. Fool me once. God damn it! Nah!
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, this is truly Dark Charlie. You don't do that to Dean!
Killed all the witches. Went into a tantrum. He's power hungry.
Oz.
Crazy. He became the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frank's daughter, Dorothy, runs Emerald City now.
Ah, get on door!
Dark you?
It's my fault. After all, he is me. And I am him. So
So this is the yeah,
maybe
oh my
it's time
god.
that both of us answered for our sins.
Oh my god.
It's the good thing to do, right? Right.
I mean, this is drastic though. Oi.
Her?
You take one more step, I'm gonna put you down.
There's the Dean I love.
And you stole baby, so you didn't just slash the tires, you stole baby. You truly are dark. Wait a second.
You done, you fool.
You're not Jeff Goldblum.
That's it, big boy. Let it all out.
That's it though, she's thriving on it. Good Charlie's gonna feel it. That's the problem. Oi.
You hurt my friend.
I learned it by watching you.
You know what? The only good Oz is Oz Painted Ruby. Ooh, 4.
You did it, didn't you? You killed the wizard.
Yep. Wicked has been defeated, truly. Not because Alphaba.
The magic was in you all the time.
She just dips back in, doesn't she? Just like Jackie Chan Adventures. I feel like Dean's gonna feel like crap because, I mean, this Charlie's gonna, yeah.
I think I'll just settle for balance.
Yeah. Perfectly balanced as all things should
Anything
be.
about the mark?
Yeah, maybe. I found this book. It's a lore book. Book of the Damned.
Oh,
Sounds
sheesh.
legit.
It's in a library somewhere in Tuscany.
You have that he didn't. You're a Winchester.
Well, technically so is, in terms of
I
bloodline.
forgive you, Dean.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I know. Kind of your move.
Look at these siblings
Prove
looking
it.
out for each other.
Thank you.
Arrivederci, bitches.
Ah! She had an extra way of saying it. Of her closer, right? It's gonna be like one day at a time as well for Dean, but there's also gonna be that like pain that he can't do this. Like the odds are against him, and not just that though, but what happened to Dark Charlie? Because you were just thinking, Dean, let's remember, but he went all in, and it was like he was caught up in the moment, as if he forgot about the idea that hurting Dark Charlie would hurt Light Charlie. And when realization set in, he could only just feel like shit, which is understandable. I mean, him and Charlie are like, she's an adoptive. We all know that Charlie is an adoptive Winchester, right? And coming to that realization is going to make you feel like absolute shit. So, yeah. So, yeah. But I really enjoyed this. Even incorporating, like, Oz into things. Like, yeah, we did get to see Oz, of course. See, that should have been the spin-off. Or the attempted spin-off in terms of the pilot. Hey, Bloodlines, how you doing? Even so, I don't know if budget would have accommodated for it. I don't know, but... See, that would have been interesting, seeing this war happen. Seeing Charlie and Dorothy. Them two be together. Even Oz, I guess, incorporated into the mix. I mean, yeah, we did get to see the fall of Oz in this, in this... Well, the fall of the Wizard of Oz, should I say. In this episode, but yeah. No, it was really, really good. But it also was really interesting to incorporate Charlie and splitting her into two, light and dark. To, like I mentioned, she's an adoptive Winchester. And now we're seeing basically her going what Dean went through in terms of, his darker path and all of that. And yeah. Although this was done a little bit different, it was still, very relevant to what Dean, I guess, is going through. So, yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed that episode, but, I mean, to be fair, I'm always going to be a sucker for Charlie to be incorporated into the mix, because she's a fantastic character and we just love her to bits and pieces. It is just a shame, really, that it was a tragic one, really, wasn't it, for Charlie's character, because of the fact that, I mean, you have this darker self that's trying to... well, she achieved it, didn't she, by going after Wellington, didn't she? So, but it was like, a full circle moment in a very tragic sense because of what happened to her and the family, really. So, yeah. And it is just a shame that, it was just quite a tragic episode in general for her, because, I mean, it wasn't just the fact that she was putting all of the blame on herself, because it is a part of her. And we have Charlie, who's been fragmented into good and evil. But also, with what she went through, especially with Dean, and how, Dean really, really went all in on Dark Charlie, and of course there is that link. So, further solidifying how the Wizard of Oz is, evil and all of that. But to be fair, there is this skewed notion that he is all, that he isn't as evil as he seems. He is, especially if you watched Wicked. You do feel so bad for Elphaba, but of course this isn't Wicked. But still, the Wizard of Oz is evil. But we know that the Wicked Witch, because we saw her, I think it was last season. We know that she wasn't exactly great, was she, in terms of what went down in the bunker last season. So yeah, but yeah, it's not like the Wizard of Oz was a hero or anything like that. So yeah, but again, I feel like it is in my head. I wish we could have had a bit of a spin on Charlie's adventures. Because, I mean, not only is she a character we all love so much, but I do feel like, this is just like this is just basically Wizard of Oz, but make it supernatural. And I don't know how that would have gone down well in terms of the people. I mean, we kind of had, with these last two episodes involving Charlie, we kind of had that kind of idea, didn't we? In terms of, okay, well, we've got the Wicked Witch of the West, we've got Elphaba, and season 9, and then this one we got the Wizard of Oz showing up. So yeah, but you know, you just hear about the details about what happened in Oz. Between like what has happened with Dark Charlie winning this war of the Emerald City, and yeah, just seeing what happened in terms of the split, I think it would have been a really, really great series. So you just think back to Bloodlines, and you know how kind of disappointed we were then. See, that's it though. That episode with Charlie and Dorothy and, you know, dealing with the Wicked Witch, that should have been the pilot attempt, the backdoor pilot, not Bloodlines. I don't even know if Bloodlines should have existed, but hey-ho. But it's just, I mean, there are just some very, very fascinating details, and it still pertains to, like, bits and pieces that expand the supernatural lore. Especially if the Wizard of Oz was a former Man of Letters, of course. So yeah, but I mean, it was really, really sad stuff for Charlie in this episode, and I am glad that, because especially when obviously both Charlies merged into, well, Charlie once more, I guess you could say, because they were fragmented from Charlie. Yeah, it was breaking my heart, obviously, when Dean was feeling completely downbeat about what he had done. And it's understandable. Because she is like a sister, and the sister they never had, really. And it's just really, really sad when it comes to the idea that, well, he absolutely beat the shit out. Well, I mean, yeah, it was Dark Charlie, but we know that she was linked, and that's why you were really, really worried. I mean, yeah, of course, he wasn't exactly going to be able to sway Dark Charlie with words, and he wasn't going to exactly be fooled by Dark Charlie again. So, I mean, of course, he should have. I'd say when she went to kill Wellington, he should have been, like, I don't know, a couple of feet back and all of that, not like 6 miles away. So, because I had a feeling she would kill Wellington and she would deceive. Like, she's dark at the end of the day. She's not exactly oozing to try and be good. So, yeah. So yeah, it was just really, really sad just to see you know, the after the storm, and seeing how Dean was, you know, not pleased with himself, and you couldn't really bring himself to forgive himself. So yeah, and you've got Charlie trying to usher that little bit of confidence. So yeah, that he can do this, and it is going to be a step at a time, isn't it? Of course, there are going to be symmetries as well when it comes to alcoholism. With Dean trying to overcome the burden of the mark, obviously there is that idea, like, especially with what Metatron had to say in the last episode about you know, how it runs to the source and all of that. There is going to be that, like, focus on trying to take this one step at a time, and that Dean can overcome this. And I mean, it makes sense that obviously Kane has lived with the mark and has adapted, and you know, yeah. So, although, of course, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, let's go back to Kane. Let's pick up some tips on how he adjusted and all of that, right? So, yeah. But yeah, I do, like, it is really, really good. Like I said, that Charlie gave him that, like, look, you need to, in order to. And I don't know if that is going to be the key in terms of, well, Dean needs to forgive himself. I mean, he is someone who has a lot of guilt packed away in him, does Dean. So, and he will damn himself so much. Quite the character who will self-deprecate every now and again, I guess. So yeah. I don't know if forgiving himself is going to be, part of the key. Like, you see this as one step at a time in terms of like Dean trying to deal. Well, there is this acknowledgement. Okay, let's change our habits and all of that in terms of not, falling down that rabbit hole again. And I don't know if the next step is trying to forgive yourself. So, especially if you're like someone who has a like low self-esteem, for example, it is very, very hard to look positive. And I say this from experience because I do have quite a low self-esteem. So, if someone were to ask me what's one good thing about you, like you could say about yourself, I would struggle to think because I'm more so, very, very self-deprecating about myself. So yeah, it's fun. Yay. No, but in all seriousness, with Dean, I mean, yeah, he does like the jest, but you saw how he couldn't bring himself to like it was like he was scared to approach Charlie, not because of obviously Charlie would lash out or all of that, but it's because he hurt Charlie and he hates himself for hurting Charlie. So and he hates himself for feeling this way because he knows that if he would, like, there is this like kind of hold on him, this mark, and he's trying to get the better of it, and it's going to be a step at a time, isn't it? So, but again, he does hate himself because of what he has done, and he knows that. Yeah, sure, this mark is like it is a part of me that is it feels like there is this hold on me, but it's like I'm still gonna put blame on myself, kind of like how Charlie was putting, like, even though that good Charlie didn't do anything and all of that, she knows it's still a part of her, and she's gonna be blaming herself for what happened to Wellington, to what Dark Charlie is doing. There is gonna be that blame because it is still a part of her, even though that individual isn't doing anything. She wouldn't harm a fly, for example. So, yeah. And that's it. And that's why I really do appreciate the fact that they tried to do something. Because I think a lot of people do agree as well that Dean and Charlie are alike. And there have been moments in Supernatural where they have showcased that, but the general consensus from people in the comments is, yeah, they are alike. So, and now they both have this whole angle going for them, where a darker side of them is taking a hold, and some their side of someone who does want to bring a bit about of benevolence and all of that. They're going to be damning themselves, even if in that particular individual either didn't do anything, aka good Charlie didn't even do anything, heinous or anything, but she still blames herself because it's a part of her, or whether it's because, like for Dean, he doesn't want to put Charlie to, I guess, I guess you could say this, another near-death experience, because we had that scare last season, and Dark Charlie was absolutely beaten to a pulp, and well, in turn, so was good Charlie, and of course, when they merged, she would still acquire those injuries because they both did. So even though that he didn't want to hurt Charlie, it's there's going to be this blame because he might have like that darkness, that mark that Dean is a prisoner to at the minute. It's low-key getting aggravated and taking a hold. So it's like, yeah. And again, there are going to be, as I mentioned, there are going to be quite the few parallels to, obviously, the alcoholism and taking it a step at a time. And there is bits of temptation, isn't there, when it comes to, like you saw, like when, Dean's longingly, like he has that longing to look at the alcohol and all of that. And it can feel like a bit of a nod, I guess you could say, to those who are trying to combat alcoholism, or want to, like, if anything, moderate it. So yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it was just very, very great stuff. I was just also thinking, like, imagine like if the solution as well was to separate Dean's darkness, and yeah, we'd have two Deans. But I think that would still create. I think that would make the problem worse. I don't know, because I don't think separating good Dean would, or like doing what happened to Charlie and making two Deans wouldn't exactly. Okay, well the marker's gone from one Dean, so hey ho. You know what's interesting though? Like, now that I'm putting some thought into it, and what would happen if you? Because I have made the comment about it. It's not possible, I think, as explained before. But I have made the comment: just amputate the arm before, because obviously you're growing concerned for Dean. But what would happen if we did separate Dean and all of that, and we cut the arm from one Dean, merge them back together? What would that Dean have? Would that Dean have? Well, when you merge Dean back together, would Dean have a missing arm and all of that from slicing the arm of one Dean? Or yeah. So I know I'm putting too much thought into this, because I think whatever the case, it wouldn't work anyways. Like if we were to separate Dean, because I think that would create another Dean with the mark. So as I mentioned, it would just make the problem worse, because we'd have two Deans with two Mark of Cains. So yeah, but yeah. Like I said though, it was low-key giving me that Jackie Chan Adventures vibe as well, from that episode when Jackie was split into two, and we had a purely good. He was like, yeah, fighting's not nice, even if it was in self-defense, and you've got the other Jackie who's just completely, he doesn't care. So, and is quite rude, as Dark Charlie was, like, especially slashing the tires of the Impala and then nicking it. See, that's the supernatural natural right is saying, this is how you know that this Charlie is dark, because Charlie, not just would Charlie not do this, obviously, but no good person would not just slash the tires, but steal baby from Dean. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really great stuff. I did really enjoy the focus on Charlie in this episode and her return, as well as how her story kind of correlated with Dean and his struggles, of course. So, and how the struggles kind of continued, because, it was, it was really, really, it was really, really sad stuff for Charlie. So, especially, and it was really, really sad for Dean, because the situation was getting out of control. But for Charlie, I mean, especially when she merged, I mean, it's going to be difficult to digest what she kind of did. Even though good Charlie didn't do anything as well, she still feels that onus, because it is a part of her. So, that's just fragmented to, I guess, Prime Charlie, because that's it. Both Dark and Good Charlie were fragmented from, Prime Charlie, basically. So yeah. So it was really, really sad, but it was a really fun episode to enjoy. So yeah. But yeah, a great episode for Supernatural. Loved it. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!